Right now at 6 o'clock, Sheriff T.K. Waters is defending himself and his department against accusations police are not doing enough to fight violent crime here in Jacksonville.
You think they're wrong?
Well, I know they're wrong.
The sheriff is taking issue with a report put together by Mayor Degan and her transition team as they seek to make their mark on the city.
They're concerned that Jacksonville officers aren't doing enough to reduce violent crime. It's similar to a concern a group of local ministers expressed last week. News for Jax reporter Scott Johnson joining us live from 103rd Street on the west side, which, Scott, has been a hot spot for violent crime in recent years.
Joy, since 2016, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has run this anti-violence program around the city. It's a very specialized one. But this report came out from the city of Jacksonville last week that says JSO is not doing enough to cut down on crime here on the west side and in other parts of the city. Now Sheriff T.K. Waters is responding. I met up with Sheriff T.K. Waters to discuss this section of the City of Jacksonville's transition report concerning the National Network for Safe Communities program that JSO runs. It says multiple things critical of JSO, like in 2022, Jacksonville's murder rate was the highest in the state. The program, as operated by JSO, has not produced a reduction in the city's crime rate. Then, and this is a section that makes Waters wonder if it's political, the group Violence Intervention Program should be moved to the newly formed department headed by Lakeisha Burton. I mean, this is kind of a scathing report against JSO, kind of the way they portray it.
Yeah, it's portrayed, unfortunately, negatively. I think if we just would have had a discussion about it.
So they didn't involve you in this?
No, I wasn't involved, not personally involved. No, I had no discussion with them when the transition report was coming out. There's a name in that report that I think everyone knows.
Lakeisha Burton is the woman Waters ran against and defeated in the election. Mayor Degan brought her into the administration until recently when she left for personal reasons. Do you think this is political in nature?
Possibly. I'm not sure. I can't say. I know the mayor probably didn't have anything to do with that. But I do believe that there might have been some politics involved in that report that came out.
The primary voice backing this move is the organization JSO, comprised of dozens of ministers around the city, many who supported Burton politically and want the city to make this move.
We want a program that reduces the number of murders in Jacksonville. We have not had a consistent decline in our community. That means that there's still a problem that needs to be addressed.
So I stopped by 103rd Street to gauge community sentiment on crime. Larry lives in a complex that has had multiple crime scenes over the years.
Well, it ain't like it used to be, so ain't no change a lot.
What do you mean it ain't like it used to be?
Well, I say it's like it used to be a lot going on. Well, now it ain't. You know what I'm saying? They don't clean it up a little bit around here. So
it's not as bad as it was. Because I've been here over the years, and it was worse back in the day.
Yeah, it was. It real was.
But that's just one snapshot of Jacksonville. And groups like JSO are calling for change at COJ. You think they're wrong?
Well, I know they're wrong. They're ministers. I asked them this. Let me come and preach my doctrine in your churches. Wouldn't let it happen. So I'm supposed to listen? But when they're regurgitating things that are already being done and refusing to listen to the answers that I'm giving, and there's nothing really I can say after that.
I also reached out to Mayor Degan's office. This is a statement from her office. The transition report includes all recommendations and insights provided by the citizen committee members, regardless of whether it will ever become an official administration stance. Mayor Degan appreciates JSO's partnership with NNSC and recently spoke at their joint community violence intervention conference. We're live on the west side tonight. Scott Johnson, Channel 4, the local station.
Scott, have you had a chance to reach out to Lakeisha Burton since her name is mentioned in that report, even though she is no longer with the city?
That's right. I did talk to Burton. She said she wasn't aware of any of this. She said while she was still with the city, she was never consulted. So the inclusion of her name had nothing to do with her. Back to you.
All right. Scott Johnson reporting live tonight. Scott, thank you.